Go back to what we're good now? Okay. Hi Chris.
Hi, Nicole.
Hello.
Hi. Never met this woman in my life.
Hi Chris. Nightengale. Hello. So as I had mentioned to you before, I just want to say thank you very much for being here and for taking a little bit of your time out. I have to stop sitting like that. Gabby doesn't like it.
Wow. Nowhere else I'd rather be tonight.
What?
I said there's nowhere else I'd rather be tonight.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
I also wanted to point out that you look very nice. You picked a really wonderful outfit for our evening, and I'm wearing leggings.
Any excuse to dress up.
But I'm also wearing the cattle decapitation show t-shirt that I was also wearing on our first date. So that's why I'm really into like t-shirt magic, and like if I have like a important first day or like a first interview or something, I'll like try and wear something from Ulysses or like something from PQM. I don't know.
I gotta show you my magic t-shirt.
You get it. You get it.
I have a Ghost Rider long sleeve shirt that I've had since high school.
Yeah. Why is it magic to you?
I don't know. It's just, and I never wear it because I'm afraid that I'm gonna wear it out. It's got like a thumb hole in it, you know, from my baby goth days, and it's so soft. And I don't know, it's the one piece of clothes that has like followed me since high school. Anything else has been so impermanent. It's just, I've had that
really fun
longer than any other possession.
I would like to see that at some point.
Well, the dagger I have, my first dagger, they might have been acquired at the same time.
I already have so many questions. I did try to actually plan some this time because my pal Chris Nightengale had advised that the first couple people that I've interviewed have been my mom and my best friend Ulysses, whom I've known for, you know, either my entire life or a lot of my life. And you and Robert are playing footsie.
A little bit. King of the castle, a little bit.
My two gingers. So he had just advised that because we are still getting to know each other. We've been dating since the beginning of May of this
4th?
May 4th of this year.
The 4th
was our first date. So we're still getting to know each other. So some of my questions I probably have already asked you or we've already covered. But one of the reasons that I wanted to interview you earlier on was because I just want to get to know you a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I will say if there's anything that you don't want to answer, just feel free to let me know or do like or absolutely not, go fuck yourself.
Oh, okay.
It's just whatever.
And the casting couch you came in on?
Whatever, you know, just let me know you'd rather not answer that. That's totally fine. And I've not been asked questions back. I remember you asking me if that was an option. It kind of turns into a conversation. I'm really nervous, which is why I'm blabbering so much. I'm very nervous because I want to do a good job. Anyhow, okay.
Yeah. You're doing great, baby.
Thank you. Christopher Scott Bump. Where and when were you born?
I was born in St. Paul, Minnesota, Ramsey County, at 7:01 a.m., May 2nd, 1983. Are you going to use this to find where my Gatorade is?
Mercury is in Gatorade right now. Yeah, I just found that out. I was going to ask you the time. You said 7:01 a.m.
Yeah. I was like 3 weeks premature. I was due on like the 21st or the 22nd.
You were 3 weeks premature?
2.5. Yeah, I've never actually done the math on it. But yes, I was due on the 21st or the 22nd. I came out 20 days early.
Were you like in the NICU at all? Or
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you have any complications because of you being premature?
Not that the doctors admit to.
Okay.
We haven't figured it out yet, or they're just denying it. Like, let him live with his small little ducks in his brain, and sometimes they quack, sometimes they don't.
The small little ducks in your brain.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfectly normal.
It is.
Okay.
As long as fluid doesn't build up.
I was going to ask the time, 7:01 a.m.
Don't want the ducks.
That makes you a Taurus.
Yes.
Is that something that you're into at all? Or
off and on. I think it's very fun to look at, but I don't like guide my life by it.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone's like, "Why are you being stubborn?" I'm like, "Because I'm a Taurus. Leave me alone."
Do you only use that as a reason to explain your less than ideal qualities, like being stubborn, or
how is stubborn not an ideal quality?
I'm
gonna dig in on something I care about.
I don't know very many Tauruses. I've been involved with a couple-ish, but like not enough to be like, oh, that's a Taurus. Even the people that I know really well, my two best friends are Sagittarii, but I still don't feel like I know enough about that collective to really be like, these are the qualities.
Yeah. Do you want to deep dive into that question?
Not at this juncture.
Okay.
We can maybe put a pin.
Because I've got like a whole...
About Sagittarius?
No, about horoscopes.
Yeah. I think you've answered the earlier question as to how much you're into it.
Yeah.
You have the ability to deep dive.
I do, but also I don't necessarily believe it. I think it's like mentalist tricks. Like we're going to give you this very generic description and that fits anybody, and you're just going to be like, oh, that's so me. And it's just so everybody.
I was more reluctant to believe it before I learned a little bit more about the history of it and like how far back it goes. But I kind of agree with you that it's like more of a, like on OkCupid, it was like a drop-down menu where it was like, it's fun to think about, but it's not something that I like take super seriously.
Yeah. I'm not going to make decisions because I'm a Taurus.
Right. What was your first memory as a child?
That I can currently remember falling. This maybe plays into that dream I told you about the other night. I was standing on, there were two couches in an L formation, like this, and in the corner there was like an empty space. And whatever I was doing as a kid, I was probably pretending to be a superhero or something, just being a general like monkey jumping on the bed. And I had a leg on either arm of the couch, and I slipped and I fell.
Oh no!
And there's pictures of me with like a bloody like lip and stuff. So I think I like split my lip or something. Not so bad that it needed stitches or that I got stitches. Maybe I needed them. I don't know. But like that's the earliest memory I have, and I must have been 4 or 5. I remember being in Minnesota when we moved to Illinois when I was 5.
Cool. This is a new thing for me, is actually being planned, so I have to learn how to do this more fluidly. This is my third interview, third of all time. What did you want to be when you grew up, when you were a kid?
I don't know if I had any aspirations that far as a kid.
Yeah.
I never really like looked into that until like career day in high school, and they made me start thinking about that. So yeah, I had no specific like I want to be a policeman or anything like that as a kid.
There was no like profession that you were especially inclined toward or like interested in?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of kid were you? What was high school like for you?
So high school is kid, all right? Or are we going like why is kid?
2-part question. What kind of kid were you? You could answer that first.
Okay.
Like when you were younger, adolescent.
I think, can I answer it backwards? Because maybe it'll jog my memory to work backwards.
Answer it however you think.
Yeah. So in high school, I was very active with athletics and band. Wasn't very good at athletics and band, but I stayed busy with them. But I also kind of like kept to myself. Even though they were team sports, I was still like a loner in the team sports.
What team sports did you do?
I played baseball, which is very hard to be a loner, but I was good at bat, trash in the field. So like they would stick me in right field where the least amount of hits go, but like I was the number one batter because I could always get on base. I wasn't a power hitter, but I could get on base, which then power hitters come and hit me home. So I was, a warm body on a bag. And I played a little bit of tennis. That was fun for a while. That was after my baseball ended because I was only playing in park district leagues, and that had an age limit of like 16. And then so for 17 and 18, it was too late for me to like basically get on the high school teams because they were set like freshman year, and then you just had the same team for 4 years, something like that.
Okay.
I think I just hated the jocks at that point because I was bullied a bit. In tennis, the jocks didn't do tennis, so that's why I went.
You went from baseball to tennis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But during that, I was also doing soccer and band. So I did make the high school soccer team 2 years, and then again, once I started marching band and tennis, I quit doing soccer and baseball about the same time. I don't know. Like I know I quit doing baseball because I was aged out of the community leagues, and I think I just had no interest in doing high school. I hated the jocks. I was the goth kid on the wall. We had I was so naive too. Yeah, we had like a center pit in the high school, and we called it the pit. And there were like 2 levels to it. And that's where everyone would hang out between classes. But then there was also like another like lump where the bathrooms were. So there's the pit here, and then the bathrooms here, women's, men's, and all like the cool kids hung out at the center of the pit. That was the hierarchy. The closer you were to the center of the pit, the more popular you were. And I was all the way out here on the wall with other people. Yeah. Oh my God, I got so many stories from high school. And I don't really have. I mean, I guess I was stubborn as a kid too. There were definitely a few memories of that sit in my mind. But again, kind of just kept to myself and played video games. And in the basement, I remember playing a lot of Galaga, Galaga, depending on how you pronounce it. Sitting on my bends all the time. Getting in fights with my brother a lot. I don't know what my older sister was doing. Well, me and him, but yeah, adventurous, very adventurous also. Like if I wasn't sitting at home playing video games all the time, I was riding my bike all across town. I probably did like 20, 30 miles some days because I went back and I drove to some of these places to see what had changed. I'm like, this is taking me an hour to drive. I was doing this as a kid in the summer and like catching grasshoppers and stuff. Yeah, there was a field by my elementary school that always had so many grasshoppers. I would go in there and just let them jump on me.
That's really cool.
I would try to catch them, and I can't recall like ever killing any. Like I was very careful not to. Like, I would scoop them up. I like to scoop them up off the top of their plants and throw them in the air and see them fly away.
That's sweet.
Yeah, and the weeds there were about that high.
Cool.
Yeah.
I was going to my next question. What the next one was?
I saw the look. You were looking at it. That's why I slowed down and gave a pause.
No, you can talk about as much as you want. I just have, I don't know. I have other questions. I'm learning how to navigate an interview. I'm learning how to be more like Barbara and Oprah. That's who I'm.
Streisand?
Walters.
Who?
Barbara Walters? No? Okay. Oprah Winfrey?
Yeah, I know Oprah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Barbara Walters is also a very well-known newswoman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What is your relationship with your mother like?
Oh, no contact.
Okay.
I've been no contact with her since 2013-ish. I could probably go search my memory back, but yeah, about 2013.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty rough relationship growing up.
Yeah. But also like non-existent at the same time.
Yeah.
So.
And your father?
Same. I went no contact with my entire blood family.
Okay.
So that I didn't have to talk to my parents again.
Since 2013.
Since 2013, yeah.
Do you ever think about talking to them again?
I used to, but then they were talking to me through my friends, and nothing had changed.
Mm.
So in those interactions, um, they just proved to be the same people that like I had found them out to be. Like I didn't know growing up who they were, but you know, enough things happen in rapid succession that I was able to see like you are not good people, and I don't need you in my life. Um, and at that time I was also good people were forming around me, and I got to see like they're not good people. This is what good people actually look like, and that helped drive that.
Once you had some basis of comparison.
Yeah. So yeah, people showing me kindness and compassion helped me get away from a bad situation that I didn't know was a bad situation. Um, I started rambling and I forgot where I was going with that.
I was just asking about a little bit about your siblings and your mother and father.
Yeah.
But you also went no contact with your siblings in 2013.
Yeah. I was never really close. I used to be close with my brother, and then like when I went into the military, we kind of like that was like a huge rift. It wasn't. I wouldn't say it was like a rift so much as like a sudden rift. It was just like I disappeared for 4 years and came back, and everybody had forgotten about me. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How many siblings do you have?
3. I have an older sister who's like super smart, and a younger brother and a younger sister. My brother was smart. I looked him up like actually earlier this last year, end of last year. I looked him up, and he's like driving a forklift in some warehouse now, and he used to be like a controls engineer working on like water towers and stuff like that. So yeah.
But you have some chosen family that I've had the pleasure of meeting. Yeah. When does Carrie come into your life? And who is Carrie for those who are watching?
Oh, Carrie is.
Oops, I just kicked my cat off the couch, elbowed her off the couch.
Carrie is family now, but many titles. Friend, girlfriend X, like a few times. I'd have to count that. Yeah,
off and on.
Fiance at one point.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was an attempt to fix one of the relationships going south, and yeah, it didn't work out.
Oh,
yeah. Roundabout. That's how I got this watch. There was a ring, and I traded it back in and got a watch.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I was admiring the watch earlier. It's a nice watch.
Yeah, it used to be a nice ring.
I'm glad you got yourself a watch. That's great.
Yeah. But yeah, so, and I don't know why. Like she's just been so super supportive in a lot of the low points in my life. It's like a mystery to me coming from a family that wasn't supportive, like that this stranger and her family was going to take care of me. So like one of the times where I was going to end up homeless, her family took me in and was like, yeah, you can stay with us. Also, why are your parents such dicks? Because they had met, like they had all met. We'd had like a Thanksgiving together. Like they knew who they were and had made some pretty fair assessments about afterwards.
So when is it that you meet Carrie? How old are you?
I am 21. So this is 2006-ish. Yeah. Maybe a little earlier.
So you two have known each other as long as
like 20 years.
Right.
Maybe a little bit longer.
What am I trying to say? Your duration of friendship is as long as the age you were when you met. It's been 21 years. Based on your age now.
2005 to 2025 is 20. Yeah. I'm not great at math.
So. No, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I so want to put my legs up. Oh my gosh. Okay. Just
do it.
Doing this.
Do it.
I have to be careful about how I sit on the couch. Okay.
Why?
Because if I like sit a particular way, it like puts a divot in the couch.
Oh, okay. That's
And
the
this
reason
is
for the
not my
feet.
this is not my couch.
Yeah.
This is not my couch. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, it might have, because that's about when I started college, and I remember like I started getting back into live action role playing a lot while I was in college because I was near the campsite where they did it, and so some of my friends were going to Kalamazoo. I think
Okay.
we were going to go travel to another franchise, basically.
Do you know where Portage is?
Yeah.
I lived in Portage, Michigan when I was like 12 years old for 2 months.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Just
Sorry.
just
go
2
ahead.
months.
Just 2 months.
Oh, okay.
We can put a pin in that. Sorry.
Okay.
This is about you.
Yeah.
I just like get excited whenever somebody randomly brings up Kalamazoo because I'm like,
Kazoo.
I did that for a second.
Yeah.
So you meet her.
My
around...
girlfriend in mortuary school was from Portage.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird. I wonder if I went to school with her for those.
Probably not. That was a mistake. That was an age gap mistake. I thought she was older.
Oh. We can stick a pin in that one.
Okay.
Was she over 18?
No.
How
I mean, yes, she was not over 21. I thought she was over 21 because I forget how old I was. But I invited her to a bar and she's like, actually, I was like, fuck. Well, she was like a lifelong smoker, basically. So were her mom was too, so she kind of looked older.
I see. Understood.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Whoops. But yeah, so I met
Carrie.
I met Carrie doing live action role playing because I joined her carpool. We all met at a Speedway on like 95th and Central. There's like a Oak Lawn area. Is that Oak Lawn or Oak Park? I always get the two confused. Oak Park is near Austin. Lawn. It was Oak Lawn. Yeah. So it was Oak Lawn. And we all met up there and we're like dividing cars, like who's going in whose car, so we can minimize how many cars we're taking to Kalamazoo. And I was such a horny asshole. I was like, oh, there's the only girl. Let me get in her car.
I like the term horny idiot.
Oh, okay.
Personally, I use horny idiot.
Well, no, asshole, because she was with her boyfriend.
Oh.
But I didn't know. And I also was like kind of misogynistic then because I'm like, oh, she's driving his car. And it was totally her car the entire time. He never even had a license.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Which probably attracted her to you more.
Probably. We're all deviants.
And how do you meet Madison? And who is Madison to you? Another
Madison
chosen family.
my chosen sister. I don't know if that's the general my chosen sibling.
There you go.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And when do you meet Madison?
I meet Madison in mortuary school, like the first week. They have the mortuary school operates. It's a year-long course, and every 6 months they have a new course start. So there's crossover. There's people that have been in the class 6 months, and there's people that are just starting. And they had a bowling pizza party so that you could meet. Like, here's the people you're going to be in the building with for the next 6 months.
Right.
And I started talking to them. And I was still smoking at the time, so we ended up outside the bowling alley smoking and talking. And they had some like nerdy shit on. I don't remember what, but we ended up talking about a lot about Monty Python and Doctor Who. And then we just kept talking. We did not stop talking about Monty Python and Doctor Who for like a whole year.
That's really cute.
Yeah. And so Madison had health issues, still kind of has health issues, different ones now. And because we had become like so close so quickly, or I was like so trustworthy, when they got called out of school for like an emergency or an immediate care, like their heart rate was going and they needed to go to the doctor before their heart failed. That was what was going on, and like something's happening, I don't know what, get me to the immediate care. I was the trusted one to like go with. I didn't know that. They pulled me out of class one day and they're like, oh, Madison asked if you can go with to the immediate care. And I was like, immediately just yes, like let's go. Which was weird because like they had other friends and everything in their cohort, but I guess I don't know. Nobody else wanted to say yes, and everyone had a car because this was out in Wheeling. You had to commute to get there, so it's not like I was the only one with a vehicle at the time. So um, they would always hang out on like lunches and breaks too, and occasionally after classes. Um, because they lived in like Arlington Heights and I lived in Chicago, so we weren't even like geographically close to each other. But
You
I
were
was,
just supposed to be friends.
yeah, I was going out there, and they never really came out to where I was living because I was I was in my friend's basement for $300 a month. Got flooded so many times. I lost so many important documents there. Yeah. Um, but yeah, a lot of late night jam sessions by the retention pod, like just drinking and talking about life. We went to conferences together, went to strip clubs together. Only time I've been to a strip club is with Madison. Oh wait, there was one other time. That was a crazy story though. I'm surprised I still have my kidney after that. And yeah, ever since then, like even after mortuary school, their parents would contact me like, "Hey, we haven't heard from Madison in a few days. Can you go check on them?" And I was like, "Absolutely." And I was driving out to Arlington Heights, and if they didn't answer their phone by the time I got there, I was already like looking for ladders to climb up to the second story because I knew they left the patio door unlocked because it smoked on the patio all the time. So I'm like, I know if I can get to that patio, I can get in and check on them. And thankfully, it didn't come to that. I got there and they're like, "What are you doing here?" Like, "Your mother." I'm like, "Oh, fuck." Yeah, yeah. And their relationship has gotten a lot better since then because that was very much like a control thing. Like met in rebellion, I think partly too. Like I met at my mom. I'm not going to talk to her for 3 days, and then their mom would be like, "Well, I'm going to circle all the wagons and find you. I'm going to go extra with it just because you're not talking to me."
Oh.
And I get that because that's what my parents did when I was starting to not talk to them. So maybe that helped our bond too. Have crazy parents.
Having crazy parents.
Yeah. But they're still amazing. Like they've got some issues, but they're still amazing. Like I love them. They are great. They check in with me, and like there's many more good aspects than there are like the negative with the parents. So
awesome. Well,
yeah.
I love Madison and Carrie very much, and I'm very glad that you have both of them. And I feel very appreciative to have gotten to know them the little bit that I have so far. How do you think that your childhood shaped your approach to love and relationships now?
Oh shit! By causing me to go to therapy and learn what they should be like. Yeah, because I was very much alone as a child. Even like one of the last times I saw my mom. So when I joined the military, she tried to hug me, and I was just like, "No, that's weird. Why are you trying to hug me like that? Like, what's a hug?" And the other time was, oh, I was so mad at them. They had taken my sister out for a $300 dinner for her birthday after they said no more dinners for anybody, or like you guys are old.
Remember you telling me about that?
Yeah. So it was very much like, "Oh, you're all grown adults now. We're not going to buy you birthday gifts anymore. Like we might like make dinner for you or something, have you over at the house." But um oh, and that was a Christmas thing too. So it was like very much no Christmas gifts. Hers was the first birthday of the year in April, and then they took her out to some like hibachi, dropped like $300-$400 on it, and like we were sitting there. I wasn't the only one, so the other siblings were like, "We thought you said no more presents. Like this is a $400 dinner. What are you like? This is a gift." And they're like, "No, it's just a dinner." My mom always made excuses why my little sister could be favored. Yeah, favorite, very much favored and spoiled.
Mm.
That one.
And so what happened in your childhood kind of set you off in therapy, into
Eventually,
therapy.
a little too
And
late,
then you
but
got
yeah. A
and
lot
then
too late, I
you
think.
learned what like actually like proper loving relationships look like. And
Yeah.
okay.
I'm still in therapy, so it's still a work in process. But because the therapy started in maybe 2016.
Yeah.
So wow, been going almost 10 years now. I gotta thank my therapist next time I see her.
I'm getting back into therapy next week.
Oh, okay. The
So I'm proud of
EDMR?
you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. What parts of your past do you feel most protective of? If any. Maybe it's a non-applicable.
Yeah, it's kind of not applicable. I unfortunately sometimes discard things too early, so I'm more protective of my future than I am my past.
That's cute.
Yeah.
When do you feel most like yourself?
all, all the time.
Yeah?
Yeah. Except when I'm at work, just bored at work. I feel like a lump then.
Sure.
Yeah, when am I not myself?
But is there like times that you feel especially alive, or like especially like you're especially expressing you as Chris?
um, yes.
Okay. You don't have to share anymore.
There's two different ones. Like in the kitchen.
Oh.
I've always loved cooking. Well, not always. Since I became an adult and learned how to cook something other than Hot Pockets, I've I've had like a love for cooking, like meal prepping and just like getting together good ingredients, but also uh, so like troubleshooting things and figuring out like how things work. I love doing that, like reverse engineering something, like, and then even if I can't figure it out, I will lose myself in the process of either fixing something or taking it apart or just like tinkering with it. Like I had my electrical wand break the other day, and after I determined that it was not turning back on its own, I took it apart. I took every screw apart just to see if I could find like a fried circuit or something that I might be able to like swap out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't see anything like that. So I think it was an old piece. The capacitor probably just didn't capacitate anymore.
At first, I thought you were talking about a magic wand, and not
it's magic.
Electrical.
Depends on what I do with it. Give me magic.
What's something you wish more people understood about you?
Oh geez.
Oh geez.
Oh geez.
Your Minnesota came out a little.
Yeah. Oh, I hate being ignored. It's probably because of the childhood shit, being ignored.
You hate people
being ignored.
You hate being ignored.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like things at work, if I ask somebody for something and I don't hear back from them, and then I follow up with them and I don't hear back from them, I get progressively more frustrated and eventually angry, and then I'm just like, I'm going to report you to everybody I can report you to.
You have fucked up.
Yes, you have had several chances to get back to me on something, and now I'm including your boss's boss, and your boss's boss's boss. But like, so at my last job, I'm surprised I didn't get fired because like my management was so non-existent, and I was like, I need this thing to do my job better, or why are you doing this thing? It's making our job harder. And when they didn't answer me, I would start convincing myself that they're ignoring me because they know I'm right and that they're doing something shady. And so I would include somebody else for visibility, like, hey, these people are doing this over here. Do you know what your employees are doing over here? Because there's a better way to do it. And I'm trying to tell them there's a better way to do it. And like, I would do the research. I wouldn't just be like, here's the problem, fix it. I would be like, here's the problem and here's a potential fix for it, because otherwise you're just complaining.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so that's like when I know something can be run better and I'm trying to tell people with facts and logic and they're not listening, I get frustrated because I'm ignored.
Noted.
Yeah, mostly just in work though. It's not really in my personal life because I get people get busy, but like when it's your job to pay attention to what people are telling you, it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were a funeral director, allegedly.
Still am.
Still am. You are still a licensed. Sorry,
Yes.
you're using the past tense.
Yeah.
You are still a licensed funeral director. When did you do that? How long ago?
That was in 2014. I started doing that after I paid off my student loans and a bunch of stuff happened at the Menards distribution center where I was working. Like with my life and promotions and demotions and they were trying to ship me out to Terre Haute, Indiana. Oof, did not want to work there. And then they were going to ship me off to somewhere in like Nebraska, outside of Omaha, like an hour outside of Omaha.
Kristen.
Yeah, no, I got food poisoning from there. Although I did find there was a really fun.
You got food poisoning in Nebraska?
Yeah.
Where in Nebraska?
From a cheeseburger in paradise.
Not familiar. I've only had really excellent meals in Nebraska.
I mean, it's a chain. It's Jimmy Buffett's burger chain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you got sick?
Yeah. I was trying to eat healthier and I got a turkey burger and then there was like an E. coli outbreak in Turkey. It's like I go to Omaha and I get turkey and the world punishes me.
Well, if we're ever driving through Omaha, we'll have to go. There's like a really great steak spot. And then you also have to get a runza.
Huh? Is it Monk's Pub?
I don't remember the name of it. I have to look it up. I think it was called Prime. Like it was like a pretty basic name. But it was a very good steak. It was like one of the best steaks I'd had prior to where I work now. But
because I went to one after all the food. I was there for a week, and the food poisoning ran through me pretty quickly. And because I was like sweating out in the way, I still had to go to work. I was sweating out in the warehouse, going to the bathroom.
So this is leading up to like you becoming a funeral director because you were at Menards and
Okay. And then after they told me we're going to move you out here, this wasn't just a tour for you to look at the place and help like get people trained. I was like, no. And then they demoted me, moved me into the recycling center. I got so buff then. I was throwing water heaters over my head because they were recycled. They were empty water heaters.
I love imagining.
Yeah.
Just like a whole water heater.
Exactly. No, that was it. It was more like a this kind of situation. I wasn't going backwards with it. You hurt your back that way. But yeah, we would roll them off the truck towards a big metal dumpster.
Maybe that's what we should get as, well, you don't need a second job, but maybe that's what I should get as a second job so I can get even more built as working at.
This is about to be the casting couch.
So how did your time...
I didn't answer that question yet. But no. So
trying to move.
I was getting demoted and like getting sick of it. So I went and researched becoming a funeral director several different ways. The first way,
like, how did you arrive at that? Like, how did you decide?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So, career during high school, I did anesthesiologist, nurse, and undertaking as the three I had to pick because I really loved the Undertaker, the wrestler. Still do. Guy's amazing. And because I didn't have a third option. Like wrestling. And because I didn't have a third option, like that came to mind instantly, I'm like, oh, I'm going to see what the Undertaker does. And I ended up doing a whole like book report on funeral directing.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. And then so I went to the military, went to college, went to Menards. And when I was about sick of it, my manager, her sister was graduating from mortuary school or had graduated. And I was, they were actually going to like DC or something to be their lead medical examiner. Super smart. And so I went to this graduation to like pick her brain and find out what to do.
Yeah. And
she set me up with a stage of funeral directing, a job shadowing. And so I followed a funeral director for a weekend. I'm like, yeah, I like this. You know, I got to see some stuff. And from there, like I was like, yeah, I signed up like immediately and went. I got all my records transferred so that they could see my history. Otherwise, I would have had to take like some English classes and stuff like that all over again. I'm like, no, I've already got a bachelor's. I'm not doing English again. And then that was a year-long program, Monday through Friday for a full year. I think we got a few days off for Christmas. That was it. And then I was working. I got a tattoo on my foot with one of the people from my class. I took her job. Well, she gave it up, and then she came in one day complaining about how she just quit a job. In my ears, I'm like, oh, there's a job opening, and I went and I got that job, and I worked there until I was not a student anymore, and I got an apprenticeship with a crematory that just ended up in the news because they were not disposing of bodies. And when I saw how shady that place was, I switched to a different place. I finished my apprenticeship there, and then was a funeral director at several different crematories for the most part. But my funeral director career has been mostly, I want to say 90% driving around Chicago. Some into Wisconsin. Oh, one time to Miami. That was fun. Davers, the whole.
How did your time as a funeral director affect your opinions about death, dying, and grief?
Losing a pet is still the worst thing that could ever happen to a person. Like,
yeah.
And maybe that's partly because I wasn't close to my family and I've only had pets like that. But yeah, the hardest I've ever cried is like over a pet. And even like I was working for a crematory that like did individual pet cremations, and we would go to people's houses and pick up their pets and take them to the crematory. I've never almost cried while I was picking up a person. Every time I had to go pick up a dog or a cat, I'm like fighting back tears, like I get it, dude. You know.
Yeah. So do you think that, did it change your opinions on any of those things, or was it just sort of like exacerbated by what you were doing?
Those were kind of my first opinions. Like I was never close to my extended family. Sure. I went to like 2 funerals as a kid, and I was like 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5. I'd really have to like think about that. I don't know how old I was. I was very young. It might have been about the same time I fell.
So it was sort of just like business as usual then, when you were picking up bodies.
Like put the kids in somewhere else, give them cookies while all the family's gone. So.
Interesting.
Yeah, I never really thought about it. Maybe video games had something to do with that. Like death was so impermanent because how many video games I played, I never had to think about it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I joined the military without a thought that I might have to kill someone.
Yeah.
I never did. Thankfully, I was never put in that situation, but it's very real.
I appreciate you answering that because I wanted to ask, but I also was like, maybe don't ask.
I never killed a person in the military.
No. No. Did it make dealing with, I clearly jotted these down very quickly. Did it make dealing with death in your own life easier? Which I guess you kind of already answered.
Yeah, I haven't had any death besides pets in my own life, in my adult life.
That's interesting.
Well, I mean...
But you've also like cut a lot of your family out.
Yeah, so that was... So my grandma Sandy, she died and my parents would not tell me where she was dying at. This is one of the last exchanges I had through friends, through Carrie actually. My mom was contacting Carrie on Facebook, and this is part of the reason why I haven't gotten back on socials too, is because they still try. Maybe once I know my parents are like dead, I might get back on socials, but it's just not worth it to me.
Okay. That's fine. I keep a presence of you on my Instagram just for you. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And yeah, so that's the one funeral I wish I could have gone to, or one person I wish I could have stayed in contact with. But I always felt it was like an all or nothing thing. So yeah, when she was actively dying, my parents would not tell me where she was dying. Like Carrie even told them, like, just tell me where Grandma Sandy's at and Chris will show up. But my mom was very much like, I'm not going to tell you until he talks to me. Yeah, so that's kind of like a summation, like a very good point of like what my relationship with my mom was like. She wouldn't even tell me where my favorite grandma was dying unless I talked to her first. And she wondered
Right.
why I didn't want to talk to her. She probably didn't wonder why I wanted to talk to her. She probably thought it was my fault.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know how I'm going to react when the first person I care about dies.
I'll be there with you. Unless it's me, and then you're on your own.
No, okay, that's fine. I got an urn picked out for you.
Do
I'll
you
scatter you around Cicero.
what?
I'll scatter you around Cicero.
Please do not. Oh my God, please don't. I managed to get out of that place. We love Cicero. We love Cicero. 708 all day. But please do not scatter me around Cicero. Please do not let that be my last place. For the love of God. Big Sur is where I want to be. In Chicago.
Have I met Big Sur yet? Is he friends with Mr. S?
That's really funny. That's really silly. It's a place in California. I've definitely mentioned Big Sur to you.
I know.
You're so silly.
We've even looked at it on the map.
Yeah. We did look on it on the map. All right. Do you believe in ghosts? I want to be scattered between Big Sur and Chicago.
I've seen ghosts.
Do you believe in ghosts and paranormal?
Yes.
Did you already believe in them before you became a funeral director?
I fancied that they might exist before I was a funeral director. I wouldn't say I believed in them. I believed in the possibility of them, though. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like the world is full of possibilities. Like I just read an article the other day that we might be living in a black hole, and that's why we haven't been able to contact outside intelligent life unless they come into our black hole. Yeah, who knows what that means? But I love sci-fi. What was the question?
Do you
Yes, I've seen ghosts. I am a firm believer that ghosts are real.
What
and that
ghosts have you seen? Quick.
I had an old lady follow me home from a house.
What?
And
I don't want to turn this into a series of
ghost stories.
Because I do, but I'm like, there's other questions.
Where's the EM reader?
Oh my God, no, fuck with me. I want to do that stuff. I'm a big Ghost Adventures nerd.
I know.
I thought I heard my dad one time over the.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. I really did. I thought I heard my dad in the old apartment in Iowa. Go on.
The other time was at the funeral home. I was working.
Wait, you had an old lady follow you home?
Yeah.
And like you knew she was a spirit?
I just got chills. What'd you bring over here?
Well, it's just my black cat.
This story gives me chills every time because of
honey.
Just how it chilled me to the soul once I realized what had happened. I went to a house. I picked a lady up from her deathbed.
I'm messing with you too much.
And while I was waiting for her family to say goodbye, non-chronologically, I saw her come out of the, I guess chronologically, but not in how my realization of things, events would. So while I was waiting for her family to say goodbye, she basically came out of through a door, and sat in the living room and didn't talk to me. Sat in the living room, staring straight ahead, and I tried engaging with her, and she just did not talk to me. And I don't know, can you see the goosebumps forming?
Your hair is standing on. Yeah.
And so at the time, I just thought it was something. They teach us in school that there's several ways people deal with death. Like, one of them is like it's culture based. It's not the 7 steps of grieving. It's like different cultures are like death denying, death embracing, that sort of. I don't remember them all now. Madison would kill me. since they teach this stuff now. But so I just thought this person was just so in denial that they were going to even ignore my existence, which I'm used to people doing. And dude, maybe that's why I became a funeral director too. Like, I'll just choose a profession where people are going to ignore me on purpose. I'll have to talk to my therapist about that one next month. And yeah, so I thought she was just either hard of hearing or just didn't want to deal with me. And when I picked up the person out of the bed, the family had already swaddled them in all the blankets. So I didn't get to see what clothes they were wearing, didn't care. If this is what the family wants to send them with, who am I to say, like, no.
Right, sure.
I say, we will wash these and get them back to you. And so drive all the way back to the funeral home, and I unwrap this swaddling, and I know it's the same lady. It's the same lady, clothes and everything.
Shut the fuck up.
And so, like,
are you serious?
Yeah. And then I got like cold again as soon as I unwrapped, and it's already cold in there because it's a refrigerated room. This was like fucking cold. And so I leave all the lights on. I get out of there as quickly as I can, and I text this is also at like 2 a.m. I text the guy whose funeral home I was delivering it to, because I was traded. Like, I just worked for other people that worked for other people.
Yeah.
And so I was real close with the guy I was dropping with. I'm like, hey, I left the lights on because I just saw a ghost. Bye. And then I get home. Home is like 2 blocks away, which is another reason I was close to this funeral home, is because I was in there like bullshitting with him a lot. It's where I started and ended my day, basically.
Excuse me.
And I get home, and this is like 3 a.m. My cat's used to me like coming and going. He'll just sleep through whatever. He starts tearing around the entire apartment. It's like a 3-bedroom apartment. He's running laps. Like,
Blueberry?
Blueberry. He'll sometimes get amped up after like a poop. A lot of cats do, especially Paca. They just get this energy. They're like, I'm free of that weight, and they just. There's a term for it. Carrie knows it. I forget it. But he's like tearing around the apartment, and I'm just like trying to go to bed. I'm like, what is going on? And then like it slowly dawns on me. Like he comes to bed, lays down like nothing happened, and then it like slowly dawns on me that he just chased the ghost out. But like, because he was sleeping on my chest in a spot he never even like sleeps on normally, like looking out the door. So I think having him there, being guard, was the only reason I was able to fall asleep that night.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you do believe in ghosts and paranormal?
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Why your interest in cryptozoology?
I have no idea.
Where'd it come from?
I think it's from the sci-fi paranormal. Like, if anything can be out in the universe, anything can also be on our planet. I've enjoyed like X-Files. Apparently, one of my favorite movies as a kid was Body Snatchers.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers with the pod people. Yeah.
That's the like second time that movie's come up this week. She's trying to steal your wallet.
You'll lose your head in there. There you go.
She's not.
You don't want to know that it's offered? Okay.
It's like the second time that movie's come up this week, and it was one of my dad's favorites. Oh, I was telling you that. Yeah. Yes. And now we need to watch it. Because you said you didn't want meat or cheese or something. You were eating veggies, and I accused you of being a pod person because you wanted veggies. Because I requested a salad.
Yeah. We ate the salad. It was delicious.
It was good. Why is Mothman your favorite crypto creature? What is the term?
Cryptid.
Bitcoin.
Cryptid is for an individual. Or cryptids for multiple.
Sorry.
Cryptozoology would be the study of, like, the anatomical study of a cryptid, if you ever get one.
Actually,
I'm probably even wrong. Rick would kill me.
No. Excuse me, not Bitcoin. Why is Mothman your favorite?
Because he's in Chicago. Cryptid. Chicago Mothman is my favorite, because there's like a nor'eastern Mothman too, which is really just Richard Gere in disguise. Or is it? Yeah. I forget where this other Mothman is, but he's got a statue. But I like the Chicago Mothman because he's basically Batman. Um, Batman with no real sense of good or evil. Like if you catch Chicago Mothman on a bad day, you're his dinner. If you're and there's also the potential if you're getting mugged that Chicago Mothman saves you. So it's very much like living in both worlds kind of cryptid. Like if you see Chicago Mothman, you're either dead or you're about to be dead and he's saving your ass.
Cool.
Yeah.
I had never heard of him until you told me about him.
Yeah. And
have you ever seen Chicago Mothman?
No, and I'm glad for it.
Because you don't know what's going to happen.
Right. Because I could be food. I'm not in a lot of life-threatening situations. So, like, I'd be the food if I saw him, pretty sure. And I'm kind of pale, so he might just think I'm a light and try to eat me.
How did you get involved in data analytics?
So...
Like, seems like a pretty heavy turn from funeral directing.
I don't quite know. I'm trying to think why I wanted the degree I wanted.
Well, I remember you were trying to get out of funeral directing, right?
Yeah, I was trying to get into data analytics before funeral directing, though. Before it was even called data analytics. I wanted to get into database management when I was in college. And I ended up getting misguided by my guidance counselors and ended up switching degrees 2 times. They started me in electrical engineering, which was diagrams and creating schematics for electronics, which was fun, but it's not what I wanted to be doing. And then I switched to computer science because they were like, oh, this is what you want. This is what you're talking about. And it was like programming video games and stuff like that. And it wasn't what I wanted to do. So they switched me over to, I finally switched over to the School of Business because they had operations management and information science degree. And so I'm like, oh, information science. That sounds like what I want to be doing. And I looked at the course curriculum more by myself this time because the guidance counselors had been screwing me up. And it was all operations management. That's how I ended up at Menards anyways, with half a semester of information sciences. If I wanted more information sciences, I would have had to go into their master program. But that's where I was introduced to it. I'm like, wait, I actually like this analytics stuff better than I like the database stuff. I still really like the database stuff, but the analytics stuff is more of that like troubleshooting that I enjoy.
What was your bachelor's in?
Business is the general, but yeah, but the formal title is like operations management and information science.
And where did you get that?
DeKalb, Northern Illinois University.
Oh,
the Huskies. Or I drove buses.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's where I got the taste for it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to be present for you answering that question before I'm moving on to the next one. What is viewing?
Oh, yeah.
What's something you're deeply passionate about but rarely talk about?
Really like volunteering. Now, we probably talked about it a lot when we first started dating, but I haven't found a good place to go volunteer yet. It feels, I used to volunteer for the food bank, the Greater Chicago Food Depository, when I was working night shifts because they had mobile food trucks in the morning. I could go before work and hand out food to people. It was free. They just they asked you your name, how many people you were picking up for, and then they handed you food. And that was really fun because it was a bunch of people all working together for a non-for-profit, and everybody was happy to be there. Everyone was happy to get food and help out, and it just felt like really good connecting to all kinds of people that showed up. Sometimes people would show up in their Lincoln Navigators and get their free food. We didn't ask questions. They said they needed the food. We gave it to them, and everyone was like, I don't know. I was going to say non-judgmental, but I feel like I kind of just judged that person on the Lincoln Navigator that showed up and asked for food, but I didn't at the time. I noted it. I'm like, oh, that's a nice car, and then I handed them their food. Um,
All kinds of people fall on hard times.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Could have been their work vehicle or whatever. Like,
Mm-hmm.
um,
So wanting to volunteer more.
yeah, yeah. And that started when I volunteered at the start line at the Chicago Marathon one year. Um, because I left there with such a good feeling of community, and all I did was hold a rope and keep people from crossing the rope. Um, but like being there and working with everybody and seeing how well it was run and everybody like doing their job so that other people could do what they enjoy was just,
I'm totally down for finding somewhere to volunteer together
oh yeah,
if you want. There's like some places I wouldn't mind volunteering at. Or we both like cooking. We can discuss this at a later time.
yeah, yeah.
But I love that.
Yeah, Carrie and Ryan did a lasagna drop off a few months ago, where it was like they just cook lasagna at home and go and drop the tray off at someone's house that needed it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even have to be like um, a lengthy event like my 4-hour food pantries. It could be something you plan in advance and then just go drop it off. There's other ones that are like they're food fridges, so they're like mini food banks where you go and you like clean it up and you replace the food that's been taken out of it. And those are like quick ones too. Those ones kind of need a car for, but yeah, or a motorcycle.
Or a motorcycle.
Yeah.
What are some of your biggest dreams and goals currently?
Like to own my own place. I've been living in friends' basements for so long. It's kind of like a big goal of mine.
Okay.
I'll feel like I made it as an adult once I have my own place. But with like the political atmosphere right now, I'm kind of holding off on it. I'm in a safe, very good place with
Children.
Carrie and her boyfriend, and they're just like stay as long as you want, and it's $600 a month. So like I can take my time finding my place and make sure it's
Yeah.
right for me instead
Yeah.
of just jumping into something.
Sure.
I mean, career-wise, I would love to work at like CRISPR doing like data analytics on their genetic engineering stuff. That would be so fun to me. But that I'd have to be like the leading expert in the field to get that job, and I don't know if I have that motivation. Um, like I enjoy what I do, and I enjoy doing it well, but keeping up on all the research and all that other stuff on like the latest greatest techniques and inventing some of them, um, probably beyond what I want to do, just because there'd be no work-life balance there. So I'd like to be like a senior manager someday, but I don't want to be the guy inventing things because I love my people.
Okay.
Maybe if everyone dies in a fire, I'll lose myself to
Cool.
lose myself to my work. Just don't want to discount all possibilities.
We're all in a party at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the extent that works. Cool. Any other dreams and goals?
I want to play Danny Boy on my violin at an open mic night without pooping my pants.
Like really a 2-part goal.
Yeah. If I get up there and play it, I'll probably wear a diaper the first time. Yeah.
Why do you play the violin? Why did you decide on the violin?
I got bored at my job and I needed something. I saw my brain turning to mush at the medical records job I was working, and so I was at Northwestern, yeah. And so I was trying to find things I could do, even through the winter months, that would keep my mind active. And I played the trombone in high school in marching band, and I liked it. And the violin seemed a lot more portable than a trombone, and it seemed like something like a trombone. It can sound good on its own, but I was never like dedicated enough to do that, and I don't want to annoy my roommates trying to become dedicated to do that.
Sure. I was going to ask what you played in band.
Yeah.
You played trombone.
And I didn't want to play in like a jazz band. A violin is it can be a standalone instrument, and that's why I picked that. In retrospect, I probably should have picked like a viola because my hands are big, but I'm learning techniques on how to not fold my finger like that every time. My fingers are too wide for some of the string positions. G major scale for the most part. But yeah, Danny Boy had an open mic night.
What's your biggest fear other than getting in front of a crowd and playing Danny Boy?
Oh, besides that,
Besides that,
because I did that once and I completely forgot who I was. The crowd of like 8-year-olds judged me so hard.
proud of you.
Thanks. Still haven't watched the video.
It sounded sarcastic.
The geez, I don't know. Because I've used to think it would be like restarting and falling back, but I've done that enough times. I'm just practiced at it. Like if I lose my living situation or my job, like those are scary prospects. Yeah, like I am afraid of that. That is one of the biggest fears of mine is that yes, I will like lose my job or my house or something like that, my living situation. But I'm also confident in myself that I would like get through it at the same time. Like I'm afraid of it because it's happened so many times, but I'm also like at the same time I'm like if it happens, I'm gonna know what to do. But there's like that dichotomy in my brain, like you're afraid of this, and like no, you got this, and they're just like ah.
What gets you out of bed in the morning?
My alarm.
It was also in my head. It was also what keeps you from killing yourself.
Oh.
But I feel like maybe that's a little dark. I don't know. We'll play around with that question.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was like one of my hinge questions was like things you want to know from other people or something. And it was like, what keeps you from offing yourself?
For a long time, it was just like my cat.
I feel like a nicer way is what gets you out of bed in the morning. But, you know, along those lines.
Yeah.
Blue.
Being able to help and support the people I care about is big. That's why I haven't quit my job yet, is because it allows me the opportunity to do that stuff. Like this job is so boring on a day-to-day basis.
Are you comfortable with saying what you do right now or not?
Maybe not. Maybe not till I quit. Okay. We'll revisit it after I quit.
Sure.
But yeah, on a day-to-day basis, I don't do anything. Like I've started testing how little I can do just to see if anybody catches me doing nothing. Like I'll do some stuff in the morning just so I have like some metrics, like, oh, he didn't do nothing all day, but then all afternoon I'm just reading books.
But it's also from like it's not from a lack of trying.
Oh, I ask for work and people are just like, oh, we'll get that to you.
I feel like because I'm like, this is going online, I'm like, he's trying to do work.
I am.
We talk about it in length.
Yeah. Yeah, I try. In case
anybody sees.
People just don't want to give me work. I don't know if they're afraid I'm going to do their work for them because I could.
You're making people look bad. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I am a little bit. Like I was just excited. I was a little golden retriever, excited to like help out. Somebody's like, "Hey, I got this going on," and I'd be like, "Oh, we can work on this way," and like, yeah, let's get this. And then we would get it, and like, he's like, "I've been working on that for months, and you just came in here in like 2 hours and fixed it." I was like,
I don't know what to tell you, pal.
Yeah, let's get the next thing. All right. So what you're saying is we fixed it in record time. Let's go.
So what I heard was, I should say you're welcome. Yeah. What are your favorite parts of yourself?
My massive dick. Oh, you heard that.
Kristen.
My sense of humor, and
if it's also something else, I suppose you can mention that.
My easygoing nature, I've come to enjoy.
Your sense of humor and your easygoing nature.
And patience, yeah.
You said you were stubborn. Were you always a pretty patient person? Or was that something you've developed over time? I
mean, stubbornness is its own patience. I
Sure.
The no, it's I don't know. It's just something I've always had. Really, I guess when you're by yourself a lot, you don't have anything else except patience.
Yeah.
You don't. I don't know.
Easygoing, your patience, your sense of humor.
Yeah.
I'm just recounting what you said.
Yeah. Being able to make a pun out of so many things. That's why I want to learn more languages so I can make more puns in more languages.
What about physically?
My pain tolerance is pretty great. You should see. I can't wait to show you the toenail I cut off today.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's looking much better. Can't wait to cut off more of it.
Oh my God.
So yes, physically, I like
Out
that.
of context, that sounds horrific.
It's not
We
as
don't
bad
have
as
to
the,
provide any context.
It's not as bad as the first toenail
I'm
that
just
got removed.
saying that without any context,
Yeah.
it just sounds like you're some dude that cuts off his toenails for fun.
I mean, I took a video of it. It was pretty fun.
Oh my God. Okay.
Just one. Well, like three
So your
quarters of
pain
one.
tolerance.
Yeah, I wish it translated to heat and cold tolerance. That'd be great.
Heat and cold tolerance.
Yeah.
What do you have a preference for, heat or cold?
Being neither.
Perfect.
I like being in the cold better because it's easier to throw layers on.
Yeah.
I got really used to moving around Chicago on like a bicycle with Under Armour on. If it's not like slushy, snowy,
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy like going on a bike ride in thermal gear at least. Nice and crisp sometimes.
This is totally random and out of left field, but you said that this was okay to bring up. How did you get involved in kink and BDSM? You can offer as much or as little as you would like.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I did some weird stuff solo in high school.
Sure.
That was really fucking weird. And let's see. So after high school, I was a very late bloomer. I didn't lose my V card until I was like 20.
I was 19. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Well, the dude at least. But were you cool? Were you
didn't lose my V card? I mean, I guess technically there is a certain V card lost in that sense.
I just make a differential for myself.
Yeah.
But like, were you like finding things online, or like how did you like?
Oh yeah, it was all online. I experimentalist. I would see shit and be like, oh, that looks fun. Let me try that on myself.
Sure.
And so it was very much self-experimentation before I even like involved anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. How old were you when that started entering your like awareness?
I mean, the weird shit I did in high school was probably like 14, 15, yeah.
Okay.
And then it got progressive from there.
I'm always just very interested in for people in our community of like how they arrived at it, or like how, there was a time that you weren't aware of it and then you became aware of it. And like, I know what mine was, like my instances. And so I guess you don't have to divulge any more information.
Oh, okay. It's definitely a video game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm just like, what images or...
Yeah, there was a porn video game I found as a kid that was like very much like chain a girl up and whip her and stuff like that.
Well, there you go. There's my answer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I did things to me that I enjoyed, so I kept doing them. And then trying them out myself too, because I'm like, if I'm going to do that to someone else, I should know what it feels like.
Yeah. I had like much younger instances of like slowly being made aware of kink and BDSM. Probably younger than I should have been.
Well, I had some weird dreams as a kid too. I don't even know where those came from.
And I think I'm just further interested too of like the nature versus nurture thing, right? Of like, are we born this way? Is it something that is introduced into our awareness? Is it a combination of both?
I hope it wasn't my family.
I can speak to that.
Yeah.
How did you arrive at being polyamorous?
Uh, I tried it once and then I tried it again. So once, geez, um, I guess I was been doing it longer than I thought technically. Um, nah, I don't know. So by intent, I was seeing someone named Michelle for a while. But we were never like official or anything like that. So to me, I kind of just felt like I was seeing like multiple people. None of it was official, so it wasn't like I didn't know it was poly at the time, but I was seeing the same people over. I didn't have the words for it.
How old were you?
34. Yeah, I think I'd have to do the math. It was in the last 10 years. It was maybe 9 years ago. Yeah. So what is that? 35? Yeah, 35, 36. And like I was having fun. I was going to like board game parties and
Wait,
hanging
how
out.
old are you? You're 42. So you
Yeah.
were 9 years ago would have been you were.
Told you I'm not good at math, which is funny because I'm a data analyst. I can make the computers do all the math.
Analyze the data.
That the math computes for me. I analyze the analysis.
It's irrelevant. It was within the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to make you stress about it.
Yeah, and that was my first experiment with it, and it went pretty well until somebody tried to get too emotionally involved, and I was like, no, thank you, and I completely dropped everybody. Yeah.
So in that juncture, it wasn't you like actively trying to do ethical non-monogamy as much as it was like you just trying to date other people and
have fun. It was all kink related. It was always like, hey, I'm gonna come electrocute you. Hey, I'm gonna like tie you up and beat you up a little bit. It was always there weren't so much dates as scenes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Play sessions.
Yeah.
Okay. So then how do you arrive at like being able to accommodate like our relationship now?
Observation of Madison, actually, seeing how well it worked for them and their life, and observing them through the years, and seeing how great it can be with the proper communication, and that seemed to be the key, is like patience and communication. And I'm like, oh, I got the patience. I can work on the communication, and because that wasn't always. I mean, that's why me and Carrot were on and off again, because we communicated through yelling at each other. And
that's wild. I can't imagine you yelling.
Yeah, and so once I learned how to calm down, and I can't even remember a specific trigger that did that. Once I realized how calm I can be and communicate with people effectively, it like opened up the door for that as a possibility. And
once you felt more comfortable with your ability to communicate.
Yeah, and that's when I decided to give it a try again.
Because you were in a non-monogamous relationship prior to us.
Well, concurrently.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
They sort of
met about the same time. I mean, I guess technically, I was.
Technically, it ended on our first date.
Yeah.
Technically.
But I was during that relationship, even though nothing had happened, I was courting some other people for one other thing happened. But my partner at the time thought that was like a one-off, not a hospitality thing. Well, I mean, technically hospitality. Everyone was pretty hospitable, even Donald Duck.
Way to drop my company. That's good. I like that.
About that too. So it was like, I was like, but you knew about this.
I was going to say, but I feel like you were pretty upfront about that, provided what you.
Yeah, they
told
even
me.
wanted details on things that happened, and I gave them the details because they asked. And apparently there was hidden jealousy issues there that were not being communicated. Yeah.
Lack of communication.
Yeah, even if you get jealous, you can communicate it. That's the point.
That's
gotta
the
support
point.
each other.
And it's usually in when, it's not an if.
Yeah.
What else do I have?
But yeah, and I enjoyed the aspect of like being polyamorous because it's like not every person has to be everything to somebody. You can have people fill in gaps, and a big dick. Yeah, we're filling all those gaps.
Oh man, I love being the Beavis to my butthead. That's so much fun.
And but also like on top of taking the pressure off of me to fill roles I wasn't comfortable with in relationships,
sure.
I felt it also meant that my partners don't have to fill every role in the relationships.
Sorry, the cats were distracting me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Your partners don't have to fill
Yeah.
all the roles in all the relationships.
Yeah. Different people for different things, or different people for the same things. Like,
right.
There's reasons to date people too when they're going to cross over sometimes. It's not like they have to be completely separate. Comparison is the thief of joy.
What have you learned from living these ways about yourself or in general? We're both fidgety. I noticed I was like doing this. And
I had a giant hangout.
I did too, and I like finally just bit it off.
Same. It's been bothering me since the start of the interview, but I wanted to get it.
And I've been sitting here doing this, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch this, and I'm gonna lose my fucking mind because I'm gonna like stop.
Nicole, just stop
it. Yeah. But it's done. It's already done. It's already recorded. Yeah.
So what was the question then?
What?
Besides hangnails.
What have you learned about yourself or in general from living these ways? Major lifestyles.
Surrendering is important. Yeah, being able to not get stubborn and standoffish.
Like a Taurus.
Right, like a Taurus. Being able to like take a step back sometimes and not just react. Take a step back, think about why, like be more introspective on like if something affected you some way, figure out why before you go and like yell at somebody about something or like snap. Do the research on yourself and the situation before you like fly off the handle. And I think that's like super important. That's what I've learned works for me. If something bothers me, take a step back, realize the people involved all love each other and they're not doing anything intentionally. I'm gonna cry now.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, just realizing that things are done out of a place of love and caring, and don't immediately assume the worst in somebody. Assume the best, and you're gonna have a way better time.
Yeah.
Because even if people make mistakes, they probably thought what they were doing was best at the time.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's huge. Learning how to be less reactionary.
Yeah.
Do you want me to get you like a...
No, I'll just let my mascara run. It's all right.
It's beautiful.
Is it running actually?
Not yet.
Oh, good, because I got the waterproof stuff. So hopefully the saline doesn't do anything to it. That's
really beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest takeaway.
Yeah. It's, they talk about it in the kink scene as like power exchange and that sort of thing comes into it. But like not always having to be the powerful one or the right one. Just give in sometimes, realize you're not the center of the universe.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big lesson. I'm working on that myself, or have been. How did you know that those ways of life were for you?
Diving into it, basically.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to work.
Which, by the way, I want to provide. Like, I'm combining poly and BDSM because I know you,
Okay.
but I would like to note that like one can be exclusive from the other. One does not.
Oh yeah,
one does not have to be into polyamory and to be into BDSM, and one does not have to be into BDSM to be into polyamory.
Yeah, I had a monogamous partner. We were heavy into BDSM together, but we were monogamous.
We know this. I guess I just wanted to clarify that that's like, I'm not saying that they have to go together. I don't think they have to go together. Right. I'm just combining them because those are two major aspects of like your way of life that I can kind of
my current way of life
group together.
Not my always way of life.
What was that?
I said my current way of life, not my always way of life, because it's still relatively new since like October last year. The poly, the kink has been a lot longer than the poly in my life,
which is wild because you're doing it very well. As speaking from perspective of your partner. Sorry, so just jumping into it, you said that's how you found out that they're for you.
Yeah, I'd been so resistant to it for so long. I'd had offers to be, like, I had people...
What are you referring to as it?
Poly.
Okay.
Yeah. Being poly, I've had people, like, contact me on dating sites that like, hey, you want to be one of my partners? I'm in this poly relationship, which was cool that they were so, like, upfront about it. But I was just like, no, that's not for me. I've got jealousy issues. I got mad jealousy issues.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's news.
I used to. I don't now.
Wow. Okay, next question.
Are we going into that more? What was that?
I'm impressed and taken aback that you were resistant to being polyamorous because I
knew how bad my jealousy was.
Yeah, I didn't know that you had bad jealousy issues, and I mean, we're still newer, but like just based on our interactions thus far, I'm like, you seem as though you are a seasoned polyamorous person.
Reverse engineered Madison's relationships.
Thanks, Madison. Yeah. Hi.
taking apart their life to see what worked well and how it worked.
Yeah,
it was a huge confident booster for me. So.
That's awesome. Yeah. If you could only listen to 3 albums for the rest of your life, what 3 albums would they be?
Ooh,
only 3 albums.
Blind Guardian. I don't know the names of the albums.
But that's a band?
Yeah. Is Blind Guardian? Might be On Through the Never.
Is Blind Guardian raw? I don't know who they are.
Do you know who Manowar is?
Matamore?
Man-O-War.
I should.
Iced Earth.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Now you're just making me look like a loser who doesn't know her.
Iced Earth and Blind Guardian would play together. Blind Guardian's actually coming into town soon. I think Rick's going. I didn't get tickets with him because I was just starting my new job, and they were kind of. I mean, they were like $60, but like, yeah. Blind Guardian has a really good song I like called "Fiddler on the Green." I could listen to like nonstop.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Whatever album that's on.
Yeah, Sail North. I think they only have 1 album.
What kind of genre is Sail North?
Sea shanties. Oh, oh my gosh! You gotta listen. You gotta listen to "The Shadow" by Sail North. It gives me chills every time I hear it.
From where? Like sea shanties? Like in what? Are they Irish sea shanties?
No.
Are they? Okay.
The one I like the best is called "The Shadow." It's about a pirate captain chasing down a ghost ship, and then basically becoming cursed to be its captain. Like he takes the helm, he makes it to the helm, takes the helm in his hands, and he is forced to be the captain of this ghost ship now after it kills his entire crew. Yeah, very metal.
Number 3.
Number 3. Vaderhead, All Black Everything. Very German industrial music. I love their beats.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very good. Your favorite color?
Green for now. I'm red green colorblind, and it's getting worse. Greens and reds are turning brown. Yeah. So I assume it'll eventually just be gray will be my favorite color because I can't see anything else.
That's really upsetting.
Yeah.
Was it green before you became colorblind?
What?
Or like
Oh yeah, it's always been green. Green's always.
okay. I didn't know like if you developed like you're enjoying green especially now because you know it's fading away. And
trying.
So
that's why I tried to go see the Northern Lights last year. I did not succeed in seeing the Northern Lights.
We should try doing
but that's on my short bucket list because the green's gonna go before I go, hopefully. So I've got I got what?
Oh, it's like a knock.
Oh.
It was just more of like a drag my nail against it than a knock, but.
Well, the green is going to go before I go.
Well, yeah, you said hopefully, and I guess I was doing the knock against you going first.
Thank you.
I already know the answer to this. What's your favorite food?
What do you think the answer is?
I already know.
What do you think the answer?
Your interview. It's pizza.
Yes, it is my favorite regular food on a regular basis. Chicken boobs are my favorite food.
Are they?
Yeah, that's why I made it for you and Gabby that one day. Because I wanted to share with you my favorite recipe.
Oh, that specifically.
That specifically
it was so good.
Is my favorite.
I want you to make it again.
I know. You got the heavy cream, some onions, some carrots. We'll get a nice.
Where is your favorite pizza from?
Little Caesars. I like a pizza that meets expectations, and Little Caesars meets expectations every time.
Of a $5 pizza?
Yeah. I know it sounds crazy, but that is like I do enjoy.
No, I get it, dude. When I
pizzas.
lived in West Des Moines, like I lived on a lot of Little Caesars. It was pretty gross.
Yeah.
I ate a lot of Little Caesars. I don't think I can eat it anymore because
it's so
of how
addicting,
much I ate.
Yeah. You think
it was so inexpensive. And then there was like a better pizza place that was right across the street. And depending on how much money I had, it was either like Northern Lights, Little Caesars. Which side of the street are we going on?
Yeah, I don't want to spend $30 to be disappointed. I'll spend $5 and still be disappointed.
But at least you know it's coming.
Yeah, it's got some cheese and some garlic. I'm going to dip it in some ranch.
It's going to fill the hole.
We got the whole Midwest food pyramid right there. Cheese, ranch, and bread. No vegetables or salads allowed. Am I right?
All right. I'm getting better with the vegetables. I'm getting better.
Yeah.
Tell me about us meeting.
Oh yeah. You asked me out on a date to play.
How did we meet?
Oh, through Hinge.
Hinge.
Through
Unhinged.
Dating app. Yeah.
The dating app.
Yeah.
Go on. Sorry.
I should make a dating app for crazy people called Unhinged. Hinge might have something to say about that, but it's okay. I'm on Hinge. What are they going to do?
I asked you on a date.
Yeah, to metal music night, and that we were going to sneak board games in. We still haven't played any board games.
We have not.
I believe we still have one wrapped up.
I opened it last night.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I opened it.
Did you play it?
I have not. I'm waiting for you to play chess. Hi, Riley. But what? Okay, so to metal movie night, but we hung out before that.
Yeah, impromptu, because I was like, why wait till Tuesday to meet this 10 out of 10 baddie?
Oh, you're sweet.
Who likes to walk through doors.
That's what I was getting to. Can you tell the story?
Oh, yeah. So I was just, I read your profile, but like it's never occurred to me to check heights before because I'm like 6'2", or I was 6'2", now I'm officially 6'1". Like I didn't have to worry about it. I'm like, I'm tall. Why would I ever check anyone's height?
I rule.
Yeah.
I'm tall.
And so I get to the coffee shop early. I thought you were closer. Like in retrospect, I thought you were a lot closer to the coffee shop. And like living closer. So when you said you were like walking over, I thought you were like around the corner.
Oh.
And so I like started getting more nervous. I was sitting there, I'm like, she should be here already. Like I thought she lived closer. She said she was close, but I didn't know what close was, and I was starting to like spin this all through my head. I'm like, what is close to her? And
Didn't I like send you a picture of myself in the park or something and tell you?
yeah, but it was just one of your standard headshots.
Oh, sure. You had
So
like no indication where I was.
yeah, no
Yeah.
indication where you were. Even if you had told me the streets at the time, I wasn't really super familiar with Fulton Market area yet. Um, and the I recognized you from your hair first, because I sat up at a spot on the coffee bar where I could see you coming in, and and when you came in, you almost the sliding doors were offset, and you should be able to just walk straight through two sliding doors, but this was like walk in, sidestep, walk through the next one, and they were glass doors. The whole friggin' vestibule was glass, and so you can't exactly tell unless you've maybe been there before or you're paying really close attention where these doors are going to open. And so I saw you almost walk into the door. I saw your black hair coming in, and I saw you almost walk into the door. And I was like, and I looked away really quickly. I'm like, I'm not going to let her know that I saw her almost walk into the door. I pretended to be like looking at my phone or something.
But you absolutely saw it.
Yeah, and then I gave it a few more seconds, and then I don't remember what drove me, but I like stood up to go meet you because you're supposed to stand up to meet people. Um, and I remember you like bumping into me, and I was like, "Oh, she's already physical," and like that breaks some of
Like I bumped into you, like I ran into you.
like shoulders, like you kept like running into my shoulder.
I'm just fucking clumsy. Dude.
Right, I know that now. And I thought you were like, "Oh, she's already that into me that she's like
drunk."
No, I was like, "Oh, am I like that irresistible?"
that I was
she's
like
already touching me.
Oh, I
yeah.
see.
Yeah, because you like touched my shoulder. It wasn't just bumping into me, but you were a little handsy.
Sure.
Not in a bad way, just like physical touch that I'm not like used to, like a shoulder, an elbow, something like that. You weren't like grabbing my crotch yet. And yeah, I just remember standing next to you and being like, "God, no, she was this tall."
You had no idea that I was that tall?
No, and then
how did you not see that?
I
just didn't look.
No,
so how tall of a person were you
hot girl that
expecting?
invited me to metal music and board games. Like,
what else do I need to know?
Right.
What else do I need to know? How tall did you think I was?
I didn't. That's the thing, is that was not in my wheelhouse to even consider.
Chris is just wrangling cats off camera. On this whole interview, they've just been like messing around with each other. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're saying.
Yeah, and that was what I thought. It's like,
I could not believe how tall she is.
I'm like, "Oh, she's already touching me. That's good news." And so yeah, I think it was just like we both had Sunday off, and I was like,
and I asked you to just like run errands with me, like if that could be a date.
And no, that wasn't the original plan.
Oh.
The original plan is we were going to meet for coffee and then go to the beer munch.
Oh, that's right.
And then you were like, "I wanted to get these items to cook." You were trying to cook for Peter.
Yeah.
And we were going through the grocery store, and I was okay with it. I was like, "Yeah, this spending one-on-one time with you sounds way better than bringing you up to beer munch where I've never been to. There's going to be a lot of strangers. There's going to be a lot of people talking to each other." I felt it was a way better use of my time to spend it with you one-on-one than go socialize with people I hardly knew.
And here we are.
Yeah. Because we went after that. We went and visited your work. We got the sandwiches, the first across the way ever, and some cookies that were good. And then I had my car. I think even though I had my car, we still just walked. Yeah, because eventually we made it back to my car, but I forget what we did after Whole Foods. Probably went back to PQM to get those steaks.
I picked up weed at some point.
Yeah.
I think we just stayed in the area running errands.
Yeah. Oh, and we ended up in the park.
We did end up in the
park. Getting
park.
some pretty heavy news that day. Learning about your tattoos and whatnot.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah. and I opened up to you right away.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting all lost in that memory. What is your favorite memory of us?
The cheesy answer would be to say the night you told me you love me underneath the full moon. But for real, slow dancing at Neo this last weekend
Aww.
was pretty awesome. And like, man, what was that guy on about Schaumburg? But yeah, this weekend at Neo, because it was the first time I've ever been able to dance and just completely forget that the rest of the world exists. Oh,
Same.
yeah.
Same. Well, that's all I got. Those are all the questions that I had.
Oh, okay.
Was there anything that you wish I'd asked about?
No. I came in this with like zero expectations other than to just talk.
Okay.
Didn't know I was gonna cry.
It's
Feeling all
now
stuffy.
an inadvertent goal of mine, apparently.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
for ratings.
Yeah, we'll call it the crying couch instead of the
We got to get
casting
those
couch.
ratings up. We got to get those
Show
ratings
some
up.
tears.
Thank you very much for opening up to me and for telling me about yourself. I feel like I have questions on questions, but only so much can be covered. I tried to stick around 2 hours.
Has it been 2 hours already?
It's 9:25.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been about 2 hours since Chris started setting up. A little longer. I appreciate you. I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you. I want to give you a hug. Here. Here. Did you burp?
I burped a little bit.
You burped a little bit.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, all done.
My compliments to the cat. I was gonna get my other leg too.
I was on my way.
Oh, okay.
Are you?
We're live. Thank you. Should we just use this directly on the cat?
All right. Enough of that. We got business to do.
Is that a lint roller in your pocket, or are you happy to see me?